Hi everyone, it's Alicia with Quilts on Tour. I wanted to show you my 5 favorite items for 2021. I've used these all year long, almost all year long, and I just wanted to show you some cute little items. So the first thing that I could not sew without is my stiletto. These come in all kinds of styles. You can get pretty ones, you can get ones that have the seam ripper on the end, but this one, I think I got this at Joann's maybe, I don't remember. But I love it because I can push the stuff under my sewing machine, the material, especially if it's a little bulky or if I have seams that I need to hold down, and I don't have to worry about sewing my fingers. This is a fingertip saver. One of my other favorite items to quilt with, believe it or not, is an old pill bottle. What I do is I keep all of my either broken or old sewing machine needles in here. I have a couple of pins that lost their tops, they're in here. This is a great way to store, and then when you need to throw, when it gets full, throw it away. You don't have to worry about your sharp needles poking through your trash. My other favorite thing that I could not quilt without is Best Press. Pretty much anything I iron, I spray with Best Press. I got a big old jug, really big old jug from Joann's. And it's kind of expensive, but if you wait and get a coupon, it makes it a little bit more reasonable. And then I make it stretch even more. I only fill the bottle about halfway full with Best Press, and then the rest of the way with water. It kind of dilutes it, but it still works perfect. But I find that this works great for making my fabric a little stiffer for when I'm trying to sew it. And it just makes the fabric lay better, and it definitely helps get almost all of the wrinkles out from any kind of fabric you find. I found something in my scrap box that I don't know how it got there, but it wasn't small enough to be a scrap, and it was all balled up and wrinkly, but I sprayed it with this stuff and it ironed right out and looked beautiful. So I would highly recommend using Best Press in all your ironing needs. The other thing that I could not quilt without is my clippies. I love these for anytime I need to line something up, basically in place of a pin. I am known to stab myself if I use a pin, and I have bled on many things, which I don't like to do. So I have this year switched to clips. You can find these on Amazon, you can find these in quilt stores. I think Joann's and Hobby Lobby has them, but these are great, and I would highly recommend trying to find some clippies, especially for, I use it a lot when I'm binding my quilt, because you have to fold your binding over and clip it all the way around your quilt. And if you've got pins all the way around your quilt, it's painful to have it on your lap sometimes. So these are perfect for that. I could not quilt without my clips. And be on the lookout, these might show up in one of the Quilts on Tour subscription boxes soon. My next item that I recently got, when we had our retreat in October, we went to Lancaster, Pennsylvania. There was 8 other ladies, and we had so much fun. We went and we toured an Amish farm, and we had dinner there with the Amish. There was a husband and wife, and they were so cute. They were a little bit older. They were in their early 70s, and it was just a really neat experience to see how they lived, and the food was delicious. But we also went around to a couple of Amish stores where like the Amish would go to buy their material and their fabric and like their notions, something that was a little bit off the beaten path. Like if you were just going to Lancaster, you wouldn't normally have gone to this store. They call them a dry goods store. But while I was at one of these dry goods stores, I found this little trash pin caddy thing to keep by your sewing machine, and I had been wanting to make one of these for a while because my trash can isn't handy all the time, and then I end up like with a bunch of scraps and string all over my table, and that gets on my nerves. But I just haven't had time to make one, so I found this, and it was handmade by an Amish lady. It has the pin cushion and the trash can that's it's got some boning in it to keep it open. But this was great. A great find, a great souvenir from my retreat, and I'm so glad that I found it. And it just hangs right here on my table next to my sewing machine, so I can throw away all those little scraps and strings that I pull off my projects as I'm going along. And as a bonus item, this year I could not have sewn anything without my Bernina 770 QEE. The QE stands for Quilter's Edition, and then the E stands for embroidery. So I can attach the embroidery model to this thing, and I use that to quilt some of my quilts. I do some end-to-end quilting with that. I get some designs off of a website called Designs by Juju, and it's just a lot of fun and easy to quilt some of my quilts. Some of the other features that I really like on it, most machines do this too, but I can tell it how much pressure to put on the pressure foot when it comes down and when it goes up. When I stop, the needle stays in the down position. There is over 1,300 different stitch styles, quilting styles, just a whole bunch of other different things. I can lower the feed dogs and do some free motion quilting. I'm going to get more into that this coming year, and I'll do some videos on that. I got the, I think it's called the 72 foot, so I can do some ruler quilt, free motion quilting. I'm really looking forward to starting to do that, so I will make a video on that when I do that. So make sure you subscribe to my channel, and give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Let me know what your favorite notions for 2001 are, and is there any notion that you're looking forward to using in 2022? Well, thanks for watching, and don't forget, today's a great day to quilt.